We're most pleased to, for the first time ever, present these Super Slam Trophy Awards. The decision to do this has been in the making for a few years, but it just so happened that 2015 was the year to finally institute these awards. Our membership embraced this concept readily. We know there'll be some who will not be able to be here to receive the awards, but many of you have come, and it's great to be able to honor you and the trophies you've taken. For this very first year, we allowed trophies taken any time within the past 15 years to be entered. We felt this was only fair, since it was a newly instituted Trophy Awards program. For 2016, we'll allow trophies from the past 10 years, and beginning with 2017, we'll go to our normal 5-year limit. We're going to present the Archery Awards first this morning, and you bow hunters will be getting full recognition within your own program. After the Archery Awards, we'll have brunch, then move along to the Rifle Awards. This should be a lot of fun, and we want to direct your attention to the screen as you'll be seeing each of the great trophies entered for this year's competition. As a winner, we ask you to quickly make your way to the stage to receive your beautiful plaque, and for the audience to hold your applause until all have been recognized. Our first categories will be for the bears. We now move to the winners for black bear. Rick Young receives the Bronze Award for a black bear that he took in Saskatchewan in 2001. It scored 20 5/16 SCI. The Silver Award goes to Blake Patton for an Alaska black bear that he arrowed in May 2005 that had an SCI score of 20 7/16. Up next for the gold is Frank Noska. His black bear also came from Alaska in May 2004 and scored 20 8/16 SCI. Anthony Glasso takes the Platinum Award for his 2011 Alaska black bear measuring 20 9/16 SCI. And the Diamond Award for this category goes to Kevin Williams and his 2004 black bear from Saskatchewan. It scored 21 7/16 SCI. We now move along to the grizzly bear entries. For 2015, it so happens that every single one came from Alaska. Alan Ladd is up first for a Bronze Award for the grizzly that he took in June 2007. It had an SCI score of 23 2/16. Mark Wayne Smith gets the Silver Award for his 2013 grizzly bear measuring 23 11/16 SCI. The Gold Award goes to Frank Noska for a grizzly he arrowed in June 2009 on a self-guided hunt. His bear scored 25 15/16 SCI. Dennis Dunn will take home the Platinum Award for his 2004 grizzly measuring 26 6/16 SCI. Dennis's bear held the #1 archery spot for several years. Rod Tobias claims the top Diamond Award for his huge 2009 grizzly that had an SCI score of 27 8/16. You should have guessed that Rod's bear took over that #1 spot from the aforementioned Dennis Dunn. We will kick off the Alaska Brown Bear category with Ed DeYoung and his 2003 bear. It measured 22 13/16 SCI and earned the Bronze Award. The Silver Award goes to Alan Ladd, and his 2013 bear measured 23 9/16 SCI. Up next for the gold is Blake Patton. His brown bear was taken in October 2013, and it measured 26 16 SCI. And Frank Noska wins the Platinum Award for the brown bear that he arrowed at Cold Bay in 2013. It had an SCI score of 26 5/16. James Gabrick's Kodiak Island brown bear earns the Diamond Award. It was taken in October 2007 and measures 28 6/16 SCI. The last in the bear category will be the polar bear. Frank Noska takes the Bronze Award for his 2006 polar bear from Resolute Bay. It has an SCI score of 25 0/16. The silver award for the polar bear goes to Gary Martin, who hunted Southampton Island in 2004 to get his big bear measuring 25 and 10/16 SCI. Theron Soroka earned the gold award for his fine polar bear, scoring 25 and 13/16 SCI and taken in May 2013 on Banks Island NWT. Super Slam spokesman and TV host Tom Miranda gets the Platinum Award for his polar bear that scores 25 and 14/16 SCI. He took that bear in 2007 in Nunavut. And Ed DeYoung gets the Diamond Award for White Bear, and rightfully so. That tremendous bear scored 26 and 6/16 SCI and is tied for the #1 spot in the SCI record book. The next category is for the cougar or mountain lion. The bronze award goes to Anthony Glasso for the cat that he took in BC in 2013. It scored 14 and 11/16 SCI. Up next for the silver is Blake Patton. His cougar came from New Mexico in January 2013 and scored 14 and 14/16 SCI. The gold award for the cougar category goes to Rick Young. Rick's BC lion from 2000 had an SCI score of 15 and 4/16. Chad Lenz takes the Platinum Award for his Alberta cougar taken in December 2003. It measured 15 and 7/16 SCI. And Robert Sydenham gets the Diamond Award for his Great Alberta cougar taken in 2007. It has a whopping SCI score of 15 and 9/16. We now move along to recognize the 5 different deer of North America. First up is the whitetail, and amazingly, Paul Wollenman claims the bronze, silver, and gold awards. To say Paul is a whitetail fanatic would be an understatement. Each buck was taken in Wyoming on a self-guided hunt, and the typical SCI scores are 161 and 2/8, 162 and 2/8, and 171 5/8 respectively. David Harrison takes the Platinum Award for the Kansas buck that he arrowed in November 2002. It had a typical score of 177 and 3/8 SCI and non-typical SCI score of 202 and 3/8. Mark Wimpy and his tremendous Illinois whitetail take the Diamond Award. Mark arrowed that buck in December 2000 and it scored 210 6/8 SCI typical. Next is the Coues deer, and all of this year's winners were taken in Mexico. The Bronze Award goes to Gary Martin for the buck that he took in 2002 that had a score of 84 and 1/8 SCI. Ed DeYoung takes the Silver Award for his Coues taken in January 2002. It measured 88 and 0/8 SCI. Moving along to the Gold Award, we find Alan Ladd with a buck that he arrowed back in 2009, which had an SCI score of 95 and 5/8. Frank Nasca is on the board once again with another fine trophy. His 2009 Coues deer earns the Platinum Award and scores 111 4/8 SCI. Michael Traub arrowed a great Coues deer in January 2014, scoring 118 and 3/8 SCI, and that buck earns the top Diamond Award for this category. Now we come to the mule deer, and once again, we want to call the name Frank Nasca. This time he earns the Bronze Award for his September 2000 Colorado Muley that scored 176 and 7/8 SCI. Blake Patton took a mule deer in Alberta in September 2008, scoring 177 and 1/8 SCI. Blake and that buck received the Silver Award. The gold goes to Tom Miranda for his Sonora, Mexico mule deer taken in December 2011. It had a typical score of 186 and 6/8 SCI, and we hope you saw the TV program where Tom arrowed that tremendous buck. Theron Soroka earns the Platinum Award for his self-guided Alberta mule deer taken in August 2010. It measured 190 and 1/8 SCI for the typical score. And Jeff Schlachter arrowed a tremendous Saskatchewan mule deer in September 2011. and it earns the Top Diamond Award. This buck had a whopping typical score of 204 and 2/8 SCI. Moving along now to the Sitka Blacktail, we find that Blake Patton traveled to Kodiak Island, Alaska in November 2010 and arrowed a buck scoring 92 and 0/8 SCI, and that buck takes the silver award. Alan Ladd's up next for the gold award. He earned that spot with Alaska's Sitka Blacktail, scoring 95 and 7/8 SCI. The platinum award goes to a familiar name, Frank Noska, for the Sitka buck that he took on Kodiak Island in November 2010. It scored 100 and 1/8 SCI. Hopefully Alan Ladd is still on the stage because his second Sitka Blacktail takes home the Diamond Award. This buck was taken in August 2011 in Alaska and has an SCI score of 112 and 4/8. The last of the deer we come to is the Columbia Blacktail. Up first for the Bronze Award is Ed DeYoung. He took his buck in California in August 2007. It has an SCI score of 108 and 1/8. The Silver Award goes to Alan Ladd. He traveled to California September 2010 to get his Columbia Blacktail that measures 1/18 and 0/8 SCI. Blake Patton takes the Gold Award for his 2012 Columbia Blacktail from California, scoring 125 and 3/8 SCI. And Frank Noska is back to take the Platinum Award. His 2013 Columbia Blacktail from California had an SCI score of 132 and 6/8. And just when you thought all the Columbia Blacktails were going to come from California, we're announcing that the Diamond Award goes to an Oregon buck taken in 2007. Casey Brooks was the hunter, and he arrowed this beautiful buck scoring 156 and 4/8 SCI. The next antlered game category is for the elk. As you know, there are 3 different ones on the Super Slam list, and first up is for the Rocky Mountain variety. The Bronze Award goes to Paul Wohlenman for a Wyoming bull that he arrowed in September 2008. It scores 368 and 3/8 SCI. Theron Soroka will take home the Silver Award for his self-guided Rocky Mountain elk from Alberta, taken in 2013. It scored 375 and 5/8 SCI. The Gold Award belongs to Michael Traub. He earned that spot with his 2014 elk taken in Utah, and it measured 379 and 3/8 SCI. Casey Brooks earns the Platinum Award for an Arizona elk that he arrowed in 2013. It had a typical score of 395 and 4/8 SCI and a non-typical SCI score of 449 and 7/8. However, it was the typical score that earned him the Platinum Award. Remember that SCI allows a trophy to be scored either way. And Tim Neal gets the Top Diamond Award for his huge Rocky Mountain elk from Nevada taken in September 2012. It had a typical SCI score of 408 and 1/8. Next we come to the Roosevelt elk, and we find that Kevin Williams arrowed a bull in Oregon in August 2013. It scored 197 and 2/8 SCI and earns Kevin the Gold Award. Dennis Dunn takes home the Platinum Award for his Roosevelt elk, taken in September 2011, also from Oregon. It had an SCI score of 261 and 1/8. And the Top Diamond Award for Roosevelt elk goes to Tom Miranda. He arrowed that bull in October 2010 in BC, and it measured 332 and 1/8 SCI. The most recent elk added to the Super Slam list is the Thule elk. All of this year's entries were taken in California. Alan Ladd takes the Bronze Award for his bull taken in September 2013. It scored 275 and 0/8 SCI. The Silver Award belongs to Tom Miranda, who earned that spot by virtue of a 2010 bull that scores 280 and 5/8 SCI. Michael Traub gets the Gold Award for his Thule elk taken in August 2011. His trophy had an SCI score of 290 and 6/8. And Jim Hens arrowed a big tule way back in August 2012 that has a score of 291 and 3/8 SCI. That bull earns him the Platinum Award. The Top Diamond Award goes to Casey Brooks for his tule elk taken in July 2000. That great bull scored 302 and 7/8 SCI. Now we come to the 5 different caribou within the Super Slam list. There was only one entry this year for archery taken mountain caribou. The Diamond Award goes to Casey Brooks for his fine BC bull taken in 2002 and scoring 339 and 4/8 SCI. There were 3 entries for the Woodland Caribou from Newfoundland, and Chad Lenz gets the Gold Award for his bull taken in October 2011. That bull scored 223 and 4/8 SCI. Ed DeYoung is up next for the Platinum Award. Ed's trophy came in 2013, and it measured 303 and 6/8 SCI. And Casey Brooks takes the Top Diamond Award once again for his Woodland Caribou bull. It measured 342 and 3/8 SCI and was taken in October 2008. Up first for the Quebec Labrador Caribou category is Rick Young. Rick earned the Gold Award for his 2014 bull, scoring 225 and 7/8 SCI. Moving along to the Platinum Award, we find Michael Traub with his caribou taken in October 2012. It measured 354 and 1/8 SCI. Dennis Dunn claims the Top Diamond Award for the Quebec Labrador caribou that he took in 2006 that had an SCI score of 359 and 2/8. Even though there are 5 subspecies of caribou, we had no archery entries for the Barren Ground caribou. After our members see the beautiful trophy plaques and the way the awards are presented, we're sure that will change for 2016 when we move to Las Vegas. Yes, folks, in case you haven't heard, that will be the location for our convention next year. So we look forward to seeing you there. Now moving back to the trophy awards, we come to the Central Canadian Barren Ground caribou. Scott Mazzaros traveled to Nunavut in 2014 and arrowed a bull that scores 341 and 4/8 SCI and earns him the Silver Award. The Gold Award goes to Casey Brooks for the trophy bull that he arrowed in NWT in 2001. It scored 377 and 2/8 SCI. Up next for the Platinum Award, we have Tom Miranda with his trophy from Nunavut that was taken in August 2010 and has an SCI score of 402 and 7/8. And Theron Soroka gets the Top Diamond Award for this category with a huge bull that he took in NWT in August 2007. It scores 419 and 1/8 SCI. We now come to the Moose of North America. We have 2 entries for Archery Canada Moose, and the Platinum Award goes to Ed DeYoung. Ed's moose scored 282 and 1/8 SCI and was taken in Alberta. Chad Lenz takes home the Diamond Award for his self-guided Alberta moose that was taken in September 2010. Chad's bull scored 291 and 7/8 SCI. Amazingly, there were no archery entries for the Alaska Yukon moose, but we're sure that will change for 2016. Now, as the last of the moose, we come to the Shiras, and Ed DeYoung got his bull in Utah back in 2012, and it measured 274 and 3/8 SCI, and that bull earns Ed the Gold Award. Moving along to the Platinum, Casey Brooks took a Shiras moose from Montana in 2014 that scores 308 and 3/8 SCI. And the Top Diamond Award for archery taken Shiras moose goes to Mark Zastro for his Great Wyoming bull taken in September 2014. It had an SCI score of 357 and 1/8. We now come to the American Bison. Scott Mazzaros takes the Bronze Award for a Colorado bull that he took in 2012. It measured 62 and 5/8 SCI. Greg Massini's up next for his silver award-winning bison. He hunted in Wyoming in February 2002 and arrowed this bull, scoring 63 and 5/8 SCI. We have a tie for the Gold Award. First up is Ed DeYoung with a 2009 bull from Pink Mountain, BC, scoring 63 and 6/8 SCI. Brandon Goodwin took his bison in Colorado in November 2013 and it also scored 63 and 6/8 SCI, earning him the Gold Award as well. Camp Newton's 2009 bison from Pink Mountain, BC takes the Platinum Award with a score of 67 and 5/8 SCI. Glenn Paul Edson, or Jeep as he likes to be called, arrowed a bison in South Dakota in 2009, scoring 70 and 5/8 SCI, and that bull takes the Diamond Award this year. We had several muskox entries for this year, and Pat Garrett gets us started with the Bronze Award for his 2009 bull, scoring 69 and 5/8 SCI. Mark Wayne Smith apparently loves hunting muskox, and we'll explain why, because he gets the silver, the gold, and platinum awards for 3 of his bulls that had scores of 78 and 2/8, 78 and 7/8, and 79 and 5/8 SCI respectively. Each of those bulls came from Alaska over a period from 2003 to 2010. The top Diamond Award, though, goes to Blake Patton for the muskox that he arrowed in 2009, and none of it scored 86 and 5/8 SCI. Now we come to the American Mountain Goat, which some people like to call the Rocky Mountain Goat. That's a bit of a misnomer because the majority of mountain goats are taken in the coastal regions of western North America. Frank Noska took a home state mountain goat from Alaska in October 2005, scoring 29 and 1/8 SCI, and it takes the Bronze Award. Chase Fulcher gets the Silver Award for his mountain goat from BC, taken in 2003. It has an SCI score of 29 and 2/8. Next up for this category is Blake Patton. His BC goat, scoring 30 and 2/8 SCI, earned Blake the Gold Award. And the Platinum goes to James Gabrick for the mountain goat that he arrowed in BC back in October 2000. That goat had a measurement of 31 and 2/8 SCI. Anthony Glasso and his 2009 mountain goat take the top Diamond Award. Anthony hunted in Alaska to get this fine trophy, scoring 31 and 7/8 SCI. The final archery category for the new Super Slam Awards is for the pronghorn antelope, and the bronze recipient is Chad Lenz. Chad's Alberta pronghorn scored 68 and 5/8 SCI. Ed DeYoung claims the silver award for his buck taken in 2008. He hunted in Wyoming to get this trophy, scoring 75 and 1/8 SCI. The gold award goes to Blake Patton for his 2009 antelope from Alberta, measuring 80 and 2/8 SCI. And Frank Noska arrowed an 83 and 0/8 SCI antelope in Colorado back in August 2001, and that earns him the Platinum Award. The Diamond Award goes to Tim Neal and his Arizona pronghorn, taken in August 2014, and it scored 83 and 5/8 SCI. That ends the Archery Super Slam Big Game Trophy Awards for 2015. Let's give all these great winners a big round of applause.